Welcome. We're here doing another set of reviews. I'm Kevin,
I'm Don.
and I think we have a number of good reviews this month.
Yes, we do. Do you want to start right in?
Yeah, let's start right in.
Next book is by Alexey Osadchuk. I can't say it the way they say it. It's a Russian name. Osadchuk is the way it's read, but they don't say it that way. And I can't get it out of my mouth the way they say it.
So you have it on Audible, and they say it right.
Uh-huh.
So you hear the word. And you
I
still
hear the
can't
word
say
and I
it.
still can't say it. Osadchuk. Somehow it's all put in there without ever emphasizing any of it. This is the first book in a progression fantasy series, Last Life. There are 7 books in the series, and I don't know if the series is finished because I've only finished 4 books. He highly values his writing ability, and the books are expensive. They're $8 a book, $7.99, which is more than I'm usually willing to spend. And so I buy them on Audible, and only the 4th book is up on Audible. And so even though there's 3 more books, I haven't got them yet. It's a good book, though. In a former life, Jack was gifted, meaning that he possessed a peculiar magical abilities. These magical abilities allowed him to do clandestine things that rich people needed him to do. And because he was always able to finish his jobs, he was in high demand and earned a lot of money. Many of the things he did were not legal, but he was good at it. But one day Jack picked a fight with the wrong person, got caught, injured and caught, and ends up in prison and dies in the prison. But as he's dying, some magical being tells him that he's going to put him in another body in another world, but this is his last life. He doesn't know if he had previous lives, but this is the last one. And he goes into this body knowing all of the things that he knew in this last life, but having a different body without all the magic channels and everything that he had in that life. And so the body that he's put into has a weak magic system that's not set up to do much of anything. And he's fat and pampered, noble. His name is going to be Max Renard. He's the illegitimate son of a traitor who was executed by the king along with his whole family except for him. And he wasn't executed simply because he was a bastard living away from the family because he had been kicked out. They gave him 300 crowns and says, "Don't ever come back." And he went off and immediately squandered all the money he had and then borrowed as much as he could from everyone that he could talk into giving him money. And he's in hock up to his eyeballs.
In what?
He's in debt.
Oh, up to his eyeballs.
Up to his eyeballs to everyone that would lend him money. He's 3 months behind on his rent. The landlady's ready to kick him out. He's got 3 different people who have challenged him to duels. He doesn't know how to use a sword, and he only had a sword before because nobles are supposed to carry one. And he lost his sword because he got beaten in the last duel. The guy bashed him in the head with the pommel of the sword while he was crying and blubbering, begging not to die. But he did die, but not at the scene. He died when he got back home while his steward was trying to bring the doctor in to help him out and revive him when Max was slid into the dead body. And so he's got a body that's hopelessly frail, recovering from a fatal wound, magic, hardly anything worthwhile, and he's got everyone hating him and trying to kill him. And he has to start this new life with those problems. The book's about him trying to solve each of these problems one at a time to get to where he's not in debt, to get to where he can either be strong enough to fight these duels, get out of them until he's strong enough, avoid the landlady that's trying to throw him out, and avoid all of the people that are trying to get money from him. He's in a bad situation. I enjoyed going along with Max as he tried to solve all these problems. It's set in a French 17th century type setting where they're speaking French, and sometimes I have a hard time pulling names out of that.
So it's not French, but the names are French.
Right, it's not Renard, it's Pernod. And, and some of the names just don't have enough hard consonants in them for me to say that's a name. But it's quite an interesting book. And the second book I gave a 10. So it gets better. And so this is a 9 or 10. Very good to excellent, depending on the book you're reading. Limited use of hard profanity. It's rougher than G, less than PG again. Violent incidents of high intensity, and rated for teens.
Okay. Well, I mean, gotta have some swearing if its name is a swear word. So
Yeah.
well, that's what we have for you this month. Hopefully, you find something in there that you want to read.